Mountain hunts mean vertical challenges. Angles and gravity test fitness, your kit and your shooting skills. Paul is taking advantage of a return invitation to southern Spain following a muntjac hunt with the Spanish film crew at his place a few years ago. It's taken a while for the stars to align, but we're here and it is warm.
31 degrees. So from the last filming at -30, we're 31 up. So 61 degrees. So might be heat stroke instead of frostbite, David. Yeah, so we're up here and we're after a Ronda ibex.
Ronda ibex, the smallest of Spain's 4 ibex subspecies found in the mountains around the town of Ronda in Andalusia. We have no idea what to expect, but Paul has prepared for a long-range shot.
You see, you start with the...
It's not long before we spot our first ibex, or at least Julio, our guide, does. Wherever we stalk, it takes time to adjust and see the world through our guide's eyes, until we get ours tuned in.
Down, low, 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 until you find it, okay? And just in the middle.
Eventually, we too see ibex, but not ones we can shoot. There are young males and females. We are after a mature male. It will be the last one of the season. As we change locations, Julio tells us we are breaking Spanish hunting law. Mods are not permitted.
We got through customs eventually. It's quite another interesting trip through customs. We got through there, no problem at all. They were more worried about paperwork and numbers for areas of hunting. Showed them the rifle, no problem at all. So we're hunting with it. Ibex, Ronda, no problem at all. And then we've just been informed that we can't use the silencer for hunting. So we're not going to. So we'll take it off, we'll have a shot, get re-zeroed, and yeah, we'll put our fingers in our ears. So no problem.
Paul passes the baton to David, though that poor effort breaks athletic rules too. With the sun dropping, we head to a rock face that's normally swarming with animals. It's just above a natural drinking spot, but a heat wave has thrown everything up in the air.
Didn't like the idea of eating it, did he?
No. Again, you know, they got to shoot them and they got to manage the stock and they got the herd or whatever you want to call it. But you're saying, you know, it is left on the side of the mountain, but it's not just chucked and wasted. It's basically for a purpose. I remember in the City Mountains, it's a big thing to feed the birds of prey, the black vultures, obviously endangered species. So they actually got these feed areas up there. So they take all the ibex, any dead sheep, any dead cattle, to actually feed the vultures there. So again, you know, an old ibex that's going back. It obviously needs to be culled. Obviously no good for human consumption. I think we should get a couple of back straps out and let Mr. Wright have a little taste. Yeah, musty old goat.
Oh, I don't like goat.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? It's a goat, so. And they like wee over their beard and their thing to make themselves more nice. Billy goat.
That's like a nightclub I know.
Yes, David Wright.
The following morning, it's a joy to be up as the sun rises. Paul even fancies a spot of meditation. It works, and there are more ibex in them there hills.
Full-bodied one. We're on the ridge, and go over to that hump to the left. He's got his head sticking over the other one.
The trouble is, they're all female. As the day warms, our chances diminish, so Julio ends up guiding Paul and David through different terrain. Before you can say dos cervezas por favor, we are back up in the mountains around Ronda. Returning to the same spot we started in yesterday, there is a male. It's a shot Paul would relish. He even does some maths. He's put in plenty of range time with his S20 and 6.5 Creedmoor.
I would say probably 42 clicks, but I'll be happy with that. Yeah, 40 clicks for 15-inch drops at 500 metres. Yeah, a little bit of wind from the right, probably 2 inches I'd say.
He chooses the rough tech desert stock for this trip, with its special surface to look the part in the arid terrain and to stop it slipping through hot hands.
It would be a fantastic shot, 530 metres. He's sat on a rock. He stood up and turned around a few minutes ago. He sat there. It'd be a hell of a shot. It would be a nice one to remember. But not the right animal, so.
On closer inspection, this animal has a lot of genetic potential, and the guides want to leave it. Unfortunately, the same plan of intercepting them en route to the water doesn't work, and for the first time in a long time, we have blanked. Paul, however, disagrees.
Yeah, we haven't shot an animal, but I wouldn't say it's blanked. It's been a great experience. Seeing you get tucking into all the fish and the seafood in the restaurant earlier, like normal. Beautiful area. Yeah, just so wild. No people, which is perfect. And yeah, I wouldn't say we blanked. I think we've gained knowledge for the next trip.
We're going to come back then?
Yeah, I think we're talking about coming back in the rut in November. So that'd be quite exciting. Again, if we can get 2 male ibex clashing, that would be like awesome on the rocks. But I just think it's so funny. We were talking earlier, when you're a guide, when the weather's bad or the animal's not around, you work so much harder. Jesus, today he's been up on top of the mountains and going over the back and then come back, and it's been absolutely sweltering heat. So yeah, he's put the time and effort in. Just the animals are moved because I think it's probably food source. Stuff dries up, no nutrients, and they just go to different areas and probably get out of the blazing heat and turn them into summer mode. So yeah, but yeah, it's not bad, is it? It's not like it's it's in the middle of London. Not that London's bad for a day.
So, avoiding London, we hope we'll be back in the winter to witness the spectacle that is the ibex rut, as long as the weather behaves. For more information about the Sako S20 and the range of stocks, go to sako.fi, and for details about hunting with Julio and Atlas Hunting, his email address is in the description below.